Excuse.
I was always so much better to sit in the back and ask them.
No one wants to sit up here with me.
Oh, we got to eat the boxes out of there.
I'm sorry.
Sorry
we
about
didn't-
that, we were cleaning. That's okay. I do that once in a while.
Whenever the mood strikes you.
Or when I trip over things, whichever comes first.
Okay.
That comes back, otherwise you can't have it.
All right, why not? Just start it.
Hi. Takes two big majority.
I'll remember that.
It's one of the duties you have to do.
It's just my still
Learning,
You want
yeah,
me to-
learning.
Loretta, did you go last night?
He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
I have trouble staying.
Try watching these properties and time, then you have to quit your day job.
I know.
Be accomplished.
Open house or Derby kind of thing.
That's right.
We kind of wanted
Good
to go, but
morning.
my brother-in-law didn't.
It's officially 10:01, so we will call this meeting of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to order for Thursday, December 11th. Please join us with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Lead us in prayer.
Lord, we thank you for another day that we can conduct county business. We ask for your wisdom and your guidance in all that we do and say this day. In your name, amen.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Stacy?
Here.
Commissioner Zoller? Commissioner Wagner?
I'm here.
Allows me to Fred to stay here.
We'll have the signing of the journal, and then I'll accept a motion to approve the DVD recording of the previous board session from Tuesday, December 2nd, and its index.
I will move.
I will second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approved. All right, any adjustments to the agenda? Stacy?
I don't think so.
Nicole? Okay. I'll do a very brief update of full business on museum. And then, I don't know if we had it on here listed or not, but after we get through our resolutions, we will have an executive session. Okay, old business. Today, if you remember from a couple of meetings back, we talked about the museum and needing to give them some assistance this year, and I'm sure Derek's probably working on the amendment to the management lease agreement that we have with the Seneca County Historical Society. But today, I'm going to meet with the gentleman from SCORE, that's the Service Corps of Retired Executives, who's gonna help think through the process of going about a reorganizational effort. And we're meeting with, in Wood County, with the Wood County Museum Director and two individuals, who includes their county administrator, who wasn't the county administrator at the time, and their clerk, no, not clerk, their auditor, who both were involved and around, but in different capacities than the positions are now, when they went through that effort. We asked to have them there just so we can learn from their experiences as we try to figure out putting together a time frame of how we'll address those issues. So this is just kind of the starting point will be this afternoon, and we'll get an outline put together and how we'll proceed over the next several months. So just let everybody know that's where we're at.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's it. There's no other old business. We're not to 10:15, but I'll yield to the folks with Veteran Services. Do you want to go now, or do you got more people coming?
Fine.
You're all here, so you're ready to go.
Well,
All right.
Some of us are here. I'm Skip Cron, President of the Veteran Service Commission. With me today is Mike Ringel, Commission member, and our Executive Director, Mac McCall. We're here to answer any questions you have about the budget. And I think you all received our GDX from previous years. In 2013, for every $1 But our office spent $44 in federal funds from the VA, came back to the county. And that is a 26% increase over 2012. So I think we're doing a pretty good job out there. We've got a great staff. And we certainly appreciate all the cooperation and support that the commissioners have given us over the past years, and we hope that continues. And if you have any questions of it, so we'll answer them.
We just appreciate everything you do and the way you do handle the revenue that you have. I just came back from the County Commissioners Association Annual Conference, and there's always things that come up that other counties are grumbling about, and one is the Sheriff's Department, one is the Veteran Services, and I always just smile and say, no problems, we're good in both that. So,
Just for the benefit of the new commissioner, that the veteran service gets a percentage of a millage, and it's set by law what they get, but some counties don't appropriate that amount, and get in big battles with their veteran services. We've always appropriated that full amount, and these guys are so good with the money that they turn a bunch of it back in at the end of the year. So we just have a wonderful working relationship with the veterans here in Seneca County. And I would add too that Holly and I had a common uncle who passed away this spring in a cold, rainy day, and the veteran service was out there doing their thing at the cemetery in the rain, and just did a wonderful job. So now you know the truth. We're semi-related here.
yeah, greatly appreciate it. Anything else you guys need to ask or share? Or?
No.
Well, again, appreciate the great job you do in managing things and providing the services you do for the veterans of Seneca County.
Thank you. We hope to do the budget next week, but it may be the week after, depending on how things fall.
Yeah. We're good. You're welcome to stay, you're welcome to go, whatever you choose, you won't offend us. So we will start through the rest of our new business that we have, beginning with bill vouchers.
I
Just
have
stick around and see what.
bill vouchers 119 to 126. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations to the Child Support Enforcement Agency Fund, 019. Thank you. Putting $13,100 into their hospitalization line. I have a resolution authorizing an appropriation adjustment within the general fund. It's moving $2,500 from supplies to the 207 account to the 301 account in supplies, and this is for juvenile court. A resolution authorizing an appropriation adjustment within the Sheriff's Community Corrections Grant Fund, 086, moving $11.57 from Medicare to PERS. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the EMA Fund, 102, putting $1,000 into other expense. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the general fund, putting $30,000 into the indigent council line. This is at the request of the common pleas judges. I have a resolution authorizing an appropriation adjustment within the general fund, moving $33,000 from contingencies to group employee insurance. With new employees coming in and out, the budget was just a little bit low for the insurance, so that's what this is for. I have a resolution authorizing a fund advance repayment from the Sheriff's Highway Safety Grant Fund, 095, to the general fund for $8,000. A resolution authorizing a repayment from the Moving Ohio Forward Fund, 073, to the general fund in the amount of $29,243.51. I have resolution authorizing a fund advance from the general fund to the Water Pollution Control Fund, 221, moving $46,750. I have an appropriation adjustment within the M&R Fund 020, moving $30,000 from contract projects to their diesel line, and $5,000 from their equipment to their repair parts line. I have a resolution authorizing a transfer from the Bascom Sewer Construction Fund 224 to the Bascom New Regal Bond Reserve Fund 232 in the amount of $103,835.78. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the Public Assistance Fund 030, putting $44,500 into salaries, $9,100 into hospitalization, for a total of $53,600. I have a resolution authorizing a fund transfer be made to the general fund. This is from the 208 Community Corrections FYI 13, 20 cents from their account to the general fund. Big dollars there.
Every dime is.
Authorizing an appropriation adjustment for the Public Assistance Fund 030, moving $1,174.43 from contract services to supplies, $410.81 from other expense to supplies. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the VOCA Expansion Project Fund 112, putting $45 into contract services. I have a supplement for the permanent appropriations for the Ambulance Service Fund for 2014, putting, I think our agendas might say $5,000, but it's $5,010, $5,000 for contract repairs and $10 for their flex admin fee line. And I have a resolution authorizing the sale of county-owned property, 2000 Dodge Stratus and the 2002 Honda TRX 250 ATV on the behalf of the Seneca County Sheriff. I have a resolution authorizing the amendment for the 4D contracts between the Juvenile Court Magistrate and Clerking Service on behalf of the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services. And that's all the resolutions I have.
I move we approve them.
I will second. Is there any comments, questions, concerns?
I assume that transferring the money out of the Bascom Construction Fund, that it came in a little bit under budget and now it's putting that money aside.
Yep.
Project went pretty good overall when you consider you're tearing up a village.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Any other question? Okay, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wagner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller? And Commissioner Stacy?
Yes. All approved. All right. And that will bring us to an opportunity for citizens' comments. So at this time, do we have any citizens' comments? Tom's in the back waving at me.
Yes, I have a comment, a question that's disturbing. When are you tearing down the RTA building?
Didn't know we were planning on it.
I didn't either.
Didn't know we were planning on that.
I didn't either, but I heard over the weekend that people are expecting that to be torn down. And offices from there going over to the new building that's gonna be added onto this thing over here.
Obviously, the rumor mill's going strong, is it not?
Well, came from pretty, I wanna say, reliable person. So I
Didn't come
just,
from me.
We have not discussed that as a board. Maybe somebody's talking about it among themselves. We've never discussed that option as a board.
well, I was
Yeah.
surprised to hear that. I
Yeah,
was surprised to hear that, and I just.
yeah. I know there's been references of conversations, and not as a board, that I've made the statement, somebody's asking where this Justice Center is gonna be, and I said, we got lots of things to figure out. There's still a study we're waiting to see, I think Commissioner Zoller brought that up a few meetings back, and he was upset that we hadn't moved on some stuff, but we were waiting for that study to determine things. And I know in a hypothetical conversation, and I can't tell you who I had it with, I know I made statements. I said, people like the green, but if that is where we need to have our space, maybe someday when the RTA's already kind of outlived its livelihood or its intended build purposes, I guess. Maybe that would be where there would be green space, but I mean, I wasn't trying to start any rumors, it was just hypothetical conversation.
Well, I just wanted to
But-
fill you in for sure that if
That's
you're
out there.
tearing it down, that,
Don't tell the auditor and everybody in it, because then they're gonna be fighting for space. We won't have a room, they're gonna put them all in here.
thank you.
But, yeah,
Thank
Did you see the driveway lately out at the,
you. A week ago,
okay, at first they put it down the trenches and then they did the whole thing and made it look a little nicer with,
have they, when I was down it, I drove down about a week ago.
okay, I don't know if it was done then
Oh,
or
it
not.
was, it needed a lot of care.
When
A
they
lot of-
first did the ruts, it was pretty,
Yeah,
pretty
well,
bumpy.
I don't know this week, but it wasn't good. But they had put a lot of, it was probably a foot high all the way back, which,
Mhm.
it won't be muddy.
Yeah, I didn't drive clear back, but I looked a couple days ago and it looked pretty smooth from the
Well,
end.
maybe they've smoothed it out.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't wanna comment on the,
yeah.
Not
And
yet.
like you say, it won't be muddy now.
no, it won't be muddy now.
We'll go back there anytime.
Yeah.
She said
That's
they
the where?
saved some.
There's still a pile there.
Yeah,
So-
she's
County
gonna see
side.
if it settles.
Okay.
They saved it just to see,
Oh,
let it settle over winter,
Okay.
and then use the rest of it that's sitting there. The guy's gonna come back and,
yeah, I didn't, Tia Rice with Soil and Water got a volunteer to do that for us.
Yeah.
That was great, yeah. And they used a little bit out at the park, or at the Miller
Miller Farm,
Conservation,
yep.
Miller Farm. So, in trains, absolutely, so. All right, anything else, citizens' comments?
Yeah, I have a comment since you brought up the building over there.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to go through there because I had some shots in my knees and I was supposed to stay off my feet for a couple of days. I understand, and I mentioned this to somebody in the past, I understand that the county looked through that building, looked into that building, and I don't know how the insurance, how is the county insured? Somehow the county insurers went through that building and looked at it and would not insure that building for the county. Is there anything?
That
for
was before my time on the board, when they were looked at that before.
are you referring to the east?
The East Tower,
East Tower?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
know they went through it, but we can't insure somebody else's.
But was there comments that they wouldn't want to insure it or something? I'm assuming that's what you're
yeah,
referring
I
to.
heard that they said they wouldn't insure it.
Of course, that was under a different owner and/or condition, I assume,
Yeah.
because it's in a
What-
different
what
owner's
would
hands
change-
than it would have been then.
They wouldn't insure it because of the building, what has changed in the building? I think not.
I didn't go through it, but I know they started working on things, but whether those are structural to main walls or
Well-
it's just cleaning up debris, I don't know. I was unable to go to the open house because of a lot
I
of
would
family
like to have-
commitments this weekend.
I'd like to have somebody verify that was turned down as far as being insured.
You're talking
Because I think it'd be
like, you're talking like 10 years ago or?
Well, I got the thing here, and that changed hands back in, I forgot my glass, 2004 is when that changed hands before it was taken over the last time. So it's been some time, probably between then and now.
Okay.
And I don't know who was in commissioner at the time, but anyhow, if that wasn't gonna be insurable then, it isn't insurable now. And I understand the reason for it not being insurable is because of the wood floors in the thing,
Oh,
as far as public use is concerned.
oh,
I suppose it could be used for something that's not government owned, but the way I understood it, and I got it from a pretty good source, the source should know what the story was on it, because if that's the case, I don't think we want to get involved with it as far as any kind of a building is concerned.
yeah, yeah. I do not know. I don't know if he was in your time here or not.
I remember, Commissioner Sauber had toured the building, but I didn't.
What's that?
Everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
Everybody's full of reliable sources, I think
Yeah.
was the comment.
We gotta find this guy.
I could touch base with Corsa to see if they have any record of that. I don't remember Corsa coming up here, at least since I've been here. I know Commissioner, when Commissioner Sauber was here, he toured the building, but I don't remember him taking anybody from our insurance with him. So, but I can verify that with Corsa, see if they have any paperwork on it.
Okay, if you just
Ask
take a-
them, yeah.
take a-
Yeah,
She'll see if Corsa has any record of it.
Yeah, because we have the same insurance people we've had.
I think the source, I don't see why it would be inaccurate, but it may be so, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I will say this, I had a daughter and some kids that went through there, and at the time the one went through there, they wouldn't let anybody upstairs in that thing. It wasn't supposedly safe. I mean, that's for school kids, now it's public use,
Right.
and this would be public use. And I would be very, very aware of what the possibilities would be on that before I commit myself to that building for use as far as courts are concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
And I was hoping Mr. Zoll would be here, but I didn't know if he knew anything about it or not.
Couldn't tell you.
That's all.
Anything else, citizens' comments? And if not, I'll make a motion that we go into executive session for the personnel compensation
Mm-hmm.
discussions.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, roll call please.
Commissioner Whitner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller? Commissioner Stacy?
Yes.
He's still not doing it.
Oh, I thought you were voting for me. What are you doing? It's 10:21, we'll go into executive session. We'll have no intention of any action after this meeting for the purposes of the media or anybody else, other than to come out and adjourn, because we've covered all the business.